Hi, welcome to Top Farmers Know-How. I'm Amanda. In this video, we're going to talk about how to identify and manage individual cows for a successful dry-off. Remember, there are two goals of dry cow therapy. The first is to cure as many existing subclinical mastitis infections as possible. The second is to prevent new infections from developing over the entire length of the dry period and into the next lactation. How do you know which cows need to be cured and which need to be protected? Dry cow therapies are prescription medications available only under veterinary authorization. Which cows to treat and with which products is a decision to be made with your prescribing vet after evaluating the udder health situation on your farm. But there are some general guidelines that are useful to know when discussing dry cow therapy with your vet. Industry experts say that every quarter which will be milked next season and is subclinically infected at dry-off should be treated with a dry cow antibiotic. Teat sealants aren't designed to cure existing infections when they're used alone. You can work with your vet to determine which cows or quarters to treat with antibiotics by using herd test information within a couple of months of drying off, or RMT results within several weeks of drying off. If using herd test information, the recommendation is to treat mixed-age cows with cell counts above 150,000 or a history of clinical mastitis, and heifers with cell counts above 120,000 with an antibiotic. If using RMT, treat any quarter which shows a reaction of trace or above with an antibiotic dry cow product. When considering how to maximize cure of existing infection, another important question is, are there any infected cows which may not actually benefit from dry cow therapy? Some cows and infections are much harder to cure than others. Cows which are old, have multiple quarter infections, very high cell counts at several herd tests, or back quarters with confirmed Staph aureus infections are all unlikely to cure with any dry cow antibiotic. Consider three-quartering or culling these cows instead of treating them with DCT. Your vet can help you make culling decisions for your farm. If left with the main herd, chronically infected quarters can act as a source of contagious mastitis for uninfected animals, spreading infections via milking machines and milkers' hands next season. Also, cows with clinical mastitis on the scheduled day of dry-off shouldn't be treated with a dry cow antibiotic. You should continue to milk these cows and treat them with lactating tubes. Delay using a dry cow therapy in these animals until after they're cured. Lastly, don't use dry cow antibiotics in dry or very low producing quarters. Dry cow antibiotics spread throughout the quarter by dissolving in milk. If the quarter's not making enough milk to dissolve the drug, there's a much higher risk of having an inhibitory substance grade next season. So it's better not to treat cows making less than 5 liters of milk per day, and don't treat individual quarters which are dry. We've covered which animals need to be treated with curative dry cow antibiotics at dry-off, but which animals need to be protected from new infections. The answer is we don't really know, because teats close by forming a natural keratin plug at different rates. At 3 weeks after drying off, 40% of teats which have had no dry cow therapy are still open. At 6 weeks after drying off, nearly 20% of teats are still open. If an infected cow receives an antibiotic is providing some protection in addition to cure, only dry cow antibiotic which has been shown to speed up teat end closure compared with no treatment. In summary, to cure or eliminate as many existing mastitis infections as possible at dry-off, cull quarters which are unlikely to cure, treat all remaining subclinical quarters with an effective dry cow antibiotic, and treat clinical infections with lactating cow tubes before you dry them off. To prevent as many new infections as possible, provide protection to all quarters which are going to be milked next season. Those are the basics of managing individual cows for a successful dry-off. Check out our other Top Farmers videos for more information about drying off.